Hi guys, Al here, welcome back. I'm here with another build order for Delhi. I haven't done this in a while since I have actually been grinding the ladder a lot more this season. But the season is starting to come to an end and I wanted to share with you the build I have been using this season to reach the rank of conqueror and with a season highest of Conqueror 2 and halfway to Conqueror 3. I'm very satisfied with this season. And now I wanted to share with you the build I've been using. I've been mainly playing Delhi this season, with only a few exceptions. So the build here is a little bit different from the standard Delhi Tower Victory build. And I'm gonna show you how it works and go through the good things and the bad things with the build. Here we go. So you start off with the standard opening. You send 5 workers to a straggler tree and 1 will go and build the mill. Then send out the scout. You will take 1 trip only from the straggler tree and then send them to food. First villager that comes out will build a mosque. Now this mosque was really badly placed from my side because it only connects the mill, it doesn't reach the wood line. You should always try to connect the mill and the wood line with the mosque, and if I would have pushed it to the town center, it would have reached. So think of that when placing the mosque. These guys, after it took 1 trip, they will go to the berries. One of them will build a house on the way. Remember to queue up the techs, starting up with wheelbarrow. Make sure when you build you leave the stragglers alone, so you don't want to destroy the stragglers. You are gonna use them all with this build. Try to separate the villagers so you have 4 on each berry patch. That way the berries will run out at about the same time. Once you have 8 on food, you're sending villagers to gold. Just gonna speed this up, nothing else is happening. Remember to get the text from the mosque as well. Now the difference here is normally normally you only send 3 workers on gold, but with this build you're gonna send 4 villagers on gold because you are gonna go for 3 scholars instead of the standard 2. A little trick that I normally use is that once you have 8 on food, you have 3 on gold, you set your TC so that you have 3 villagers queued, and that way you will have like the perfect timing to when you're able to age up, you still have a villager in queue, and you don't need to think about removing villagers from the queue or something like that. So that's a good rule of thumb. Once you have 8 on food, 3 on gold, check your TC, make sure you have 3 villagers queued, and then just leave the TC for now. Right, so you go 4 on gold, and then you set your TC to the stragglers. You're gonna start off with one of the full trees, not the broken one, a full tree, and send it from that to the second full tree and then to the wood line. Speeding this up. Once you're able to, you're gonna build the Tower of Victory with 4 guys from the berries. Make sure to shift queue them back to berries afterwards. Once you have 2 workers on this in this pattern, you're gonna change the TC to go on this pattern. That way these guys will chop down, finish this tree and then go to that and then go to the wood line. Once you're able to, you're gonna queue up, cancel this tech and go for a scholar. And once you're able to build a house, you will do that with one of these guys. Around this time is a good time to go and check out the opponent's base layout. Um, around around 3:15, 3:30, something like that. It's a good time to check out the base layout of the opponent, because you will be the one harassing in this game. You got the scholar in the queue. And another thing I do here is I move all the sheep to the side of the TC closest to the gold mine. Because these guys, once they have are finished mining, they are gonna go to the sheep, so you wanna have the closest walking distance here. I also set these guys in a control group that will come in handy later. So once you have 2 in this pattern and 2 in this pattern, you're gonna send the TC to chop this 3 and then go to the wood line. The reason we're doing this is because the trees will run out about the same time, and you will have the wood you need to get an early stable. Now, for some reason, my age up was a couple of seconds earlier than normally. Normally I age up around 4:15, something like that. Now it was closer to 4:10. I guess it has to do with the berries being a little bit closer to the TC than usual. But at the same time I was a little bit delayed on the gold. You want to go to 3640, by the way, 3640. And then you cash in. I think the gold mine was a little bit further away from the TC, so that's why I was a little bit delayed on the gold in this build. Normally you have sent the villagers back to the sheep before aging up. But you're gonna cash in, send the guys to sheep, and make sure to queue up a scholar as soon as possible, and then get the techs. So these, yeah, I forgot to mention, once you have 6 on the stragglers, you will rally TC to food. As soon as you can, you will build a stable and make sure to pull out a scholar so he's ready to jump right inside. I used the ones that I had in the control group to easily take them away from sheep and build the stable. So that's one of the good things. So now you're able to push out Gazi raiders, and you will be doing that for quite a while. And you are producing them faster since you have a scholar inside. You're producing them in 13 seconds instead of, I think it's 25 or 26 normally. You're gonna send them straight away to the opponent's side. And start to harass. So you are, what is happening here is that you are actually delaying your techs a little bit, because you did produce the scholar once you aged up instead of going straight for sanctity. Now you're gonna have 2 scholars inside the mosque, so you will research it a little bit faster, but it's still delayed. You are delaying your blacksmiths, you are delaying your lumber camp. So just be aware, you are delaying your techs with this build, but what you are actually doing is putting a lot of pressure on the opponent, which can't be done faster or heavier with any other build. So once these guys are done with the stragglers, they are gonna go here, and you can build a lumber camp and a house. Try to harass the opponent's resources. Of course, I'm playing versus the AI here, so he won't react as normal people, but you get the idea. Roam around his resources and try to push him off. Don't dive too far so you lose the Gazi raiders, but you are okay to take damage. You can even beat up knights or spearmen with Gazi raiders. Just don't lose them. That's the big part here. Once you have your 3rd Gazi in the queue, you will actually be lacking wood to produce the 4th one. So if you have the APM to do it, you can force drop once the lumber camp is done. You can force drop some wood just to be able to push out the fourth one. And from now on, you should be able to make continuously make gazis all the time. If you're able to find his scouts, try to find them, because with this build you want to keep the opponents in his base, and he will most likely be here trying to defend with spears and stuff like that. So the only way he has to deny the sites are probably to use the scouts. So picking them off and denying vision is great. Once you have 15 on food, so you have 7 on sheep and 8 on berries, you're gonna set TC to the wood line. Depending on how everything is going, you want to build a blacksmith. Or if you're starting to having trouble and he's starting to push out, that's the important thing. If he's starting to push out with units, then you might want to go for a archer instead and start getting some archers to start working on his spearmen. But if he's content in his base, if he's using the spears only to defend, it's the best way to go for the blacksmith. And just keep pushing gazis for now. You can see you're okay to take damage on the gazis, just don't lose them. Was able to pick up the scout here, perfect. And around 7-minute mark, you will have about 30 seconds left on your sanctity tech. That's a good point to pull out the scholars. Maybe a little bit soon, a little bit earlier, depending on the distance to the sites. So you will also here, depending on how everything is going, if you have the opponent locked down in a space, you will pull out all 3 scholars and send them to each sacred site. And also what you are doing then is the guys that were on gold, which you had in a control group that later went to food and built the stables, you still have them in the same control group. So once you pull out the scholar from the stable, you will cash in the food they are carrying and send them to the wood line. So you can start getting all that production going, meaning the blacksmiths and and later on archer ranges. First tech you want to queue up is ranged defense. Since you don't have archers yet, you want to make sure to get +1 range defense for these guys, because you want to be able to dive on town centers and outposts on the map. So what you're doing here is once you send out the scholars, it's a good time to send back the damaged gazis to one of the sacred sites, so they will be healed up while the scholar is capturing. And the fresh ones you send back to... You keep harassing with those. So the way you are defending the sacred sites in this game is not by using walls, because that is too wood heavy, but you are using the map the map control to keep the opponents in his base instead, and that way keep your get your sacred sites. Around this time, what was it? Around 7:50. That is, with this build, you are running out of berries at this point, so that's a good thing to have in mind. but you will still have food in the bank to produce units. Here I was able to be a little bit extra greedy and get double blacksmith before going for archers. Only thing was that I forgot to queue up techs in it, so yeah, of course you should use them both. And then you will get ranged defense, ranged offense, and then these doesn't matter as much. I went double archery here, and once you're done capturing the sites, the one where you were healing, you can leave him for a little bit and just finish healing up your units. Then you want to send all the scholars back to your production buildings to start pumping units. Once you're able to, you will cancel the techs here and start producing scholars instead, because you really need to get the techs going, since you are a little bit late on that. You can play a little bit more defensive now, start massing up the units, or if you have, if you can, of course, go back and harass. If you are able to keep the opponent in his base for as long as possible, that's the best part. So now we have, since they are producing faster, these buildings, you actually have 6 production buildings going, and you now start to get scholars and techs. If you're able to get 2 or more sacred sites, I would advise you to get the market and trade the bonus gold for, I would say, food most of the time, because you are a food-hungry civilization, and wood is often easier to access. So just make sure to consistently produce scholars and sell the rest. And from here on out, you kind of just do what Delhi does the best: massing units and yeah. Either you can go for a feudal push here. Once you have 5 scholars in the mosque, you can get a second mosque and keep on producing scholars and just go for a big feudal push with rams and stuff. Or you can stop once you have 5 scholars in the mosque and just head for castle. Just pull up some workers from wood and you will be in castle in no time. So it's up to you. So the strengths, as I said, with this build is that you have very early field pressure with the gazis, which are able to both deal well with knights or with opponents' horsemen, and I guess the back foot with the build is that your techs are delayed. So it's a little bit up to you what you value the most. I tend to value being able to put pressure on the opponent, and it has worked out great for me this season. So, alright, that's basically it. Hope you like this video. I recommend you to try it out. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of it. And yeah, good luck on the ladder, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, bye guys!